I did not give you consent.
Hey, well, welcome and good morning, everyone. Welcome to Cannabiz Cafe. I am Anne Marie Sorrell, President and CEO of Cannabiziac. And on behalf of Cannabiziac, our team, our members want to welcome you all. For those who are just joining us for the first time, whether you're here in the Zoom Cafe or you're online, Cannabiziac is a member-based organization where our goal is to assist entrepreneurs, businesses, and individuals to tap into the growing global cannabis industry by providing networking opportunities like this one today, as well as education, training, and connecting our members and participants to various experts in the industry, resources, information, and funding opportunities, etc. So we're gonna get started. Cannabiz Cafe, we meet every month, the first Monday of the month. And our goal is to, of course, network and connect, but highlight some of the top issues that are happening around the globe in the cannabis industry. So we like to say, what are the topics that's got you buzzing? So after we do our introductions, we're going to dive into some hot topics that's got us buzzing. I know one that Josh and I are going to be definitely talking about. Amazon cannabis, hey. So, with that being said, as I stated, I'm Anne Marie Sorrell, president, and my goal is to make sure that we are providing content, information, connections, and resources to those who want to grow or connect to others here in the industry. And so, if that sounds like that's you, or you know someone who may be a good fit, please have them join us. We have 4 signature events a month, including this one, Cannabiz Cafe, our Hemp Happy Hour, our Cannabiziac University webinar series, as well as our Book of the Month Club, where we feature a author that's in the cannabis industry that brings us great knowledge as well as their journey and their cannabis story. So with that being said, we're going to have other introductions. So I'm going to pitch it to one person. So how this works is everyone who is here in the Zoom lounge, you get an opportunity to do your 60 seconds. Tell us who you are, what you do, what's a good collaboration or referral for you. And then you're going to pitch it to the next person that you see on your screen until we've introduced everyone. If you're joining us on Facebook Live, feel free to put your information in the comments and we'll definitely give you a shout out as well. So, with that being said, I am going to pitch it over to Beth and tell us where you're joining from as well. Beth, you're on.
All right. Morning from the lovely Pacific Northwest out here in Astoria, Oregon. And I'm with Hoi Polloi Advisors. We're a small startup and unstuck advisory group for cannabis. Hoi Polloi meaning the people. So in short, we're really all about helping solopreneurs and small business folks. Right now, working with a dispensary owner that's getting ready to expand, and we're helping out with operational stuff and kind of giving that outside experienced perspective to help guide when you're in the middle of that crazy transition. Hemp consulting, all kinds of just wonderful stuff, and just networking in with the right people so that we all succeed and we all grow. And my hot topics, what's got me buzzing is I have been paying attention, and we are getting so close for hemp to hit that 1% or at least get off that 0.3% nonsense, so that we can get some more industrial hemp growing without having to worry about it getting chopped down over some goofy regulation because they don't understand what the plant's about. So I'm really excited that we are really pushing hard for hemp to get that 0.3 off of there, and also working on some supply chain stuff. But the big one was, I know in Oregon, and we're pushing nationally to get that to at least 1%, so that we don't have that to worry about. So that's the stuff that was having me buzzing, is learning about all the operational needs dispensaries are needing right now post COVID, and focusing on getting some more industrial hemp into the ground with some regulations easing up on our farmers. And I will pass it off to our returning guest, Josh.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Josh Butchness. I work with Venture HR. I'm based out of Denver, Colorado. And my goal is to reduce the amount of admin that founders and C-levels do so that they can focus on revenue and doing what they love. Good partners for me are people who are in the insurance industry or any small business owners. And I will pass it to Lauren.
Good morning, everyone. Again, kind of want to thank everybody for allowing me to join. Thank Austin for sure for tossing me the invite. And again, my name is Lawrence Snow. I represent an organization by the name of Adaptive HR. And in a nutshell, I kind of like to say that we're the vertically integrated HR organization for the cannabis industry. So, what we do is provide outsourcing. It's outsourcing of payroll, outsourcing of human resources, and outsource of employee benefits. And we kind of wrap that together under one solution. So, what good partners for me, good referrals for me would be individual business owners in the cannabis industry, multi-state operators where licensed in every state where it's medical or recreational approved. And one thing that has me buzzing, I guess I'm kind of new to this thing, is the most recent bill kind of in Illinois promoting more social equity awareness for the licensees in the cannabis industry. So it's something that I'm definitely super passionate about, just kind of across the nation, just promoting social equity. Unfortunately, here in Ohio, where we're kind of lacking a little bit on the literature. So in a nutshell, that's kind of myself, Lauren Snow with Adaptive HR. Social equity is something that I'm definitely always buzzing about, and I will pass it to Mary Lou next.
Hello, good morning. My name is Mary Lou Northern, and I am the director of event for Cannabiz. We talked, I think Emery talked about it earlier about our 4 special events that we have. Cannabiz Cafe, Hemp Happy Hour, and then we also have our Cannabiziac University and our Book of the Month Club on for all 4 events every month. So a great referral for us will probably be, refer your friends, anyone that's in the cannabis industry, anyone that's looking to expand their business. We are here and to help network as well. So we are here for that as well. So I'm going to pass it on to, I don't want to mispronounce his name. He is from Indonesia.
Harna.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, my turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for having me. My name is Dardani Brosridinzar. I'm from Indonesia. My position is an agent merchant care regular in Tokopedia, e-commerce largest in Indonesia. So I'm joining this Zoom. This is my first time, and I'm I wanna say hello to you, to everyone in this Zoom. I wanna learn and discuss about this cannabis, yeah, because in Indonesia, cannabis is illegal, If you have a cannabis in Indonesia, you'll be arrested in Indonesia. So, yeah, I think that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. And we definitely want to get some more insight on whether or not they're looking at any type of legalization in Indonesia.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it being considered at all?
Yeah, in Indonesia, uh, doesn't have a rule about legalization of cannabis, but yeah, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
There were
No,
some
thank you.
areas that I noticed, like the Gili Islands, or off of kind of the main part of Bali, that it was like seemed like it was a little bit more um, passable. That some of the chiefs on the islands that were allowing that. Do you think that'll continue to move forward? Do you know?
Yeah, I think it's all right to join this but yeah, I just wanna learn about this Zoom. Sorry for my language.
No, no worries.
Uh,
No worries. That's why we're a diverse, inclusive group here. So no worries at all. Take your time.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Mary, you there, or should we skip you and come back? You should just like pop into the screen.
Oh, there she goes.
Hi, I'm here. Still troubleshooting stuff. Sorry about that. Hi, everybody. My name is Mary. I'm the operations director here at Cannabiz. Also dealing with membership at the moment. It's a pleasure having you all here. Welcome you and Daharda, all the way from Indonesia. Thank you for being here with us this morning, and we welcome you and hope you join us for all our other events, depending if you're awake at that time. All the way in Indonesia. Other members, we also sent out that email. Hopefully, they get some kind of glitch probably happened, because usually Eventbrite sends out the emails right before as well. But also I want to announce that this month, our member of the month is Sada Baraka. Sada isn't here this morning, but she usually is. And I'm going to make sure I get her in one of the other events so that she can tell us a little bit more about herself. Okay. So enjoy networking this morning, and we look forward to seeing you on Wednesday as well for Hemp Happy Hour, Wednesday evening. Everything is this week. Thank you.
We rocking and rolling this week.
Yes, thank you for that reminder, because normally it's one event a week, but because of the Memorial Day holiday, we kind of got, thrown off a little bit, but all good stuff. If you're following us on social media, please go ahead and share the live as well if you're following us on Facebook. So let's dive in. Now that we've gotten everybody's introduction, Josh, you made this post in Mighty Network. So for those who have not joined our online community, we have like our own little online community, Cannabiziac. Online is free to join. And that's where we connect with other members. We post different articles, tips, events, etc. So Josh, Amazon and cannabis.
So they're no longer going to test their workers, which I think is good. But a lot of people are saying that this is going to open up the door for them to at some point be selling cannabis. And I just posed the question that who's going to be buying that? Like for me, I just can't picture myself in any way, shape, or form ordering my weed on Amazon. Like I'm marching right down to Wanda James, getting some mac and cheese and coming home. I mean, I love the experience of it. I love talking to the bud tenders. Maybe I'm off. I don't know. Y'all tell me.
Well, I looked at it in a couple of different perspectives. One, I like the article gave the example of the spirits industry and how Amazon had branched out and tried to do spirits, alcohol basically online. and they've only been able to successfully do it in 12 cities across the country because every state has a different alcohol, distribution regulation. And most people want to go to their Total Wine or the corner store, liquor store. I still like to go to the liquor store or Total Wine and get my specific type of beverage, or, kind of feel, touch the bottles and see, what I like. So I think, to your point, there are going to be people who just want to go to that dispensary within their neighborhood. They want to go interact with the bud tenders. They want to, be able to learn about the different types of strains and fragrances, et cetera, terpenes, et cetera. So it's going to be, I think it's a total different experience to try to have it, try to be able to purchase it online. However, being that Amazon, if we look at it from a pharmaceutical and a plant medicine standpoint, being that Amazon did recently add the pharmacy services to their, line of services, I think that's probably where, from a medical cannabis standpoint, you might see some movement for them. That's just what I'm anticipating, what I'm thinking is probably going to happen first before the we're going to change the word recreational, before the adult use. Because I learned earlier this week that as we're looking at changing the narrative on cannabis, because recreation is oftentimes used with the children, and we don't want children necessarily involved. So adult use, I think the adult use market would be definitely a little more hesitant about buying from Amazon, which I think medical would too, but you may see it more so through their pharmaceutical arm of Amazon for the medical cannabis. But that's my thoughts. Anybody else want to chime in?
Yeah, my thing is
Yeah,
like with Amazon being a large supplier, there's instances where maybe it might be convenient. And so take for instance, you have a particular strand or a grower that you like to enjoy, if Amazon has purchasing power to buy that product at a discounted rate and then sell that product cheaper through Amazon than you would be able to get it through the dispensary. That's a situation to where a conscious consumer is probably going to make the decision to buy it through Amazon just because of the cost affiliated with going to the dispensary. So I feel like there's a plus and kind of a negative associated with this. I mean, it may help some individual growers out, some cultivators that are looking to eventually get bought out by a larger organization. But I don't like it from the major corporate perspective as to where it's already happening across the country to where, these big capital and corporate companies are getting involved and kind of just wiping out the mom and pop, shop or cultivation. So I have like mixed feelings about it. I don't like the fact that, this large company is thinking about getting involved, but if they can get me a product that I use cheaper than what I'm using, than how I'm getting it right now, then it's just like an argument, that you'll have to be willing to kind of face internally. That's really all I got.
But do you think it'll be the local ones, or do you think that they would have to partner with somebody like Cookies, where it's a brand where it's gonna, help them become a power in that? I see them more likely to partner with somebody that's going to carry a name as opposed to kind of some of the smaller guys, at least right away, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. And I definitely agree with that as well. But even if you look at like large cities like Chicago, they're gonna be the corporate capital for cannabis, in the country. The large corporations, they are prevailing, but what they're doing is, they're licensing craft cultivators. So yeah, and then you got to take into consideration. So, and I don't even think that Cookies would do it because they know what they have. And so those large corporations like that, it may be oversaturating the market, but to where Amazon could here's how I was referencing it to where, if they do get these two or three small craft cultivators, they do that across the country, and to where now they're offering you like, exclusive products based on your geographical location.
So I guess I'm gonna be the outlier here. I don't think Amazon's gonna get into flour. I don't think they're gonna touch it. I don't think it's profitable for them. I can go pick up a $5 gram and a $40 ounce right now, 5 minutes from my house. Amazon cannot compete with that. What I think they're doing, because remember, it's all about money, and we tend to focus on worrying about our plant. You get into Jeff Bezos' mind and you compare Amazon to Alibaba. Where are dispensaries buying their cheap ass glass? Alibaba. Can't get it on Amazon yet. I think Amazon's diving into all that stuff that's a tax write-off, all that non-cannabis stuff that goes with cannabis, the glass, the dab rigs, the tools. Right now, it's all quick little words here and there, but there's not a full glass. You don't have, all that cheap ass glass on Amazon yet. That is a multi-billion-dollar business for Alibaba. That's what Jeff Bezos is going after. The other thing I think he's going to go after is, they're already scamming people with hemp that's not CBD. They'll jump into that CBD thing, and edibles, because again, edibles are more a food product. I think they'd get into edibles maybe long before they'd even think about touching flour. I don't think they're going to touch flour. I really, really don't. It's not a profitable model for them, delivery wise, and the cost. And I only know this because I'm working with a dispensary right now doing delivery. That isn't profitable. What you have to do in order to deliver cannabis, let me be blunt. Amazon likes those workers to work fast. You can't work fast when you're delivering cannabis. You answer questions. There are very important papers that need to be signed. There are IDs that need to be checked. There's a whole customer service process that Amazon no longer gives a shit about when it comes to in person. So, you got drivers pissing in bottles because they got to hustle so fast. They're not going to be delivering cannabis. And they're not going to be selling cannabis. I would bet money you're not going to see Amazon selling flour for years, if at all. It's not profitable for them.
Yeah. Well, what about their model? Amazon kind of has a twofold model. They have the things that is directly, I guess, kind of sort of from Amazon. And then they also have your Amazon sellers. So do you think that it will create an opportunity for, entrepreneurs, especially small companies that, like we're helping start and grow? Do you think it presents an opportunity for those companies to then be able to distribute whatever their products are via Amazon? Maybe that's the other part of the model that they may be exploring.
Yeah. I mean, I could see glass blowers. I could see people that come up with, a unique idea for a product, like, the cashers, stuff like that. I do think, yeah, no, absolutely. Right now, you can't sell that mug on Amazon because it's you might be able to soon, but that's where I think it's going. I think they're looking at, I couldn't think of the word, dry goods, right? And you go back to that old gold rush model. The people that got rich off the gold rush did not get rich off of gold. They got rich off the picks and the axes. And Jeff Bezos knows this. He's going to sell us the picks and the axes. He's not going to sell us the gold. That's my opinion.
Okay. What about anyone else have a comment about Amazon and cannabis? Okay. So another interesting topic that came up recently, and this is right up Beth's alley, was hempcrete. So for those in the construction industry, we know about concrete, but how about hempcrete, basically the hemp version of concrete used in construction? So the ASTM community experts have, and I don't know if you guys checked out an article, created some new standards around hempcrete. So Beth, did you get a chance to check that out?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. I think lumber prices have kind of forced people to actually look at something else. And it's like, you know, those of us in hemp have been waiting years. And that's been the big roadblock, right? Has been, well, a builder or a developer doesn't have standards, so they can't use hempcrete. It's always been R&D because there's no standards. So if they can set those standards, I think, you know, again, I always say, unfortunately, the right reasons won't drive the market, but at least we'll get it going. Is with lumber so high, we get that hempcrete standards going. Um, we'll get more hempcrete buildings going, and I think it's going to start blowing people away because I don't think they really understand the value of hempcrete from an energy saving standpoint. Well, I could just go on. You know, keeps mice away, keeps mold away, keeps your temperature good. It's just healthy all the way around and incredibly affordable, let alone we have a problem with fires. We have a really big problem with fires, and it is fireproof. So you at least could come back to some standing buildings after these horrible fires. Something they're working on in Australia. So I'm excited. I'm excited. That was a huge roadblock to getting it standardized and getting some developers to build actual homes and development projects with hempcrete. So it's amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited about that too. I've been in the real estate development industry, oh God, since like 2004. And even right now, you're talking about construction prices have gone up 40%. 40% for several reasons. Of course, with the pandemic and us having to get supplies from different countries here in the US, whether it's drywall, steel, whatever. So being able to have some new standards and having new materials that can be introduced to the construction industry that's sustainable, that's more affordable, that's going to last, that's going to be good for the environment, et cetera. I think that's a really good thing. My concern is that will the industry folks push back against it, you know, because it creates a new level of competition from a material standpoint. So I think we definitely need to see how that plays out.
I think they're going to have to look into Beth, correct me if I'm wrong. You probably know a lot more about this than me, but the setting time is probably going to be the biggest hurdle moving forward, right? Doesn't it take a lot longer for hempcrete to set than versus regular concrete?
Right now it does a little bit, but you know, I know the technology or the R&D has come along so fast that I think they'll figure that out. But yeah, I mean, but you know, we went from having these huge hempcrete bricks, which are awesome, to now, you know, you got a guy with a hose just putting the hemp hurd composite spraying it right into walls like insulation. But yes, it does take longer to dry, but I think I'm waiting on Pennsylvania just did a whole house and they're going to do the cost analysis and how much everything took and the pluses and minuses. But that is a hurdle to come over, but I think it's a minor one. Again, I think this everything moving so damn fast. It's like maybe we just slow down and do it right.
Yeah, I think you'll see like I do work with some contractors and the amount of time that it's even taking them to get materials right now is 3 and 4 months, right?
Yeah.
So even if the
Yeah.
hempcrete takes longer to set, that's going to kind of put it back in the same playing field. And then I also have a friend in Kentucky that does hemp wood. So I'm hopefully getting a place, and I can't wait to put hemp wood floors in my place. Amazing job he's doing. I love it, but I love the innovation in the space altogether.
Yeah. Oh, I would love you to hook me up with him. You see this deck? When it gets rebuilt, I want it. I mean, I've said this over and over. I just painted it this season to last like 2 to 3 more years at the most, because after that, I want it all replaced with hemp wood. So I want to talk to you. I want this deck hemp.
Nice. So we have Mel We miss you, Mel.
Oh,
Welcome.
Mel.
Buds and Brushes, Jamaica.
Hi, guys. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry I'm late. I'm on a different time zone. So I get to my computer, open my email, and I see meeting started, and I'm just like, oh crap, I'm late. Hi, everybody. Good morning.
You're fine. Tell us who you are, what you do, what's a good collab.
All right. So I'm Mel. Yeah, man. I'm Mel of Mel's Tree Eats, Jamaica's leading cannabis edibles brand, in this not so legal segment of the industry here in Jamaica. So for the past almost 7 years, I've been an advocate for edibles in Jamaica. It's still not legal, still waiting for them to free up the thing, but I'm patient. I operate my business very responsibly. I've always said that the government is either going to make a good example out of me or a bad example. And luckily for me, so far, he's been able to make a good example out of me. I'm just lucky I haven't locked my ass up yet, because whenever they do have these meetings about the industry and they talk about the edibles industry, one of the main things that they constantly say is we need to start clamping down on these people that are making edibles because it's not legal. Because there are a lot of people out there, younger people that are making edibles, and they're not educating people, and they're just making really strong shit just to get people messed up. So that's what I do here in Jamaica. On a side note, my other business, I curated an event called Buds and Brushes JA. It's a puff and paint like no other. It's a puff and paint that continuously gives back to Jamaicans in need. So I support. Huh? I'm in a meeting. What are you doing? You're watching Barney? All right. So we give back to various charities across Jamaica. It's a virtual event, so it's available for people all over the world to attend, and people all over the world have been attending for the past year now. We celebrated 1 year virtually on 420. We started 420 of last year, and we made our 1 year mark this year. The event is a live virtual event with 10 live performances, 4 live DJs, 4 visual artists, master steamer. A master steamer is someone who teaches our patrons about a cleaner way to use cannabis. So steaming is what they do in the Rastafarian culture. They steam the herb using a steam chalice, which is kind of like a bong, but whereas with the bong, what happened, baby? Whereas with the bong, you light the herb directly. With a steam chalice, you don't light the herb. You protect the herb. So the herb is separated. I'll show you real quick. This is a steam chalice. So this is a steam chalice. This is a kutchi. The weed goes inside of here. Another great thing that they do with the herb is they also infuse it with other natural herbs that are good for your body. So rosemary, which is good for memory, mint, eucalyptus, you name it. The water goes inside here. The herb, hold on. Got to get her in her meeting too. Let's get Simon on the line. 1 second. Simon, hold on. Simon, where's Simon? There he is. Wait, I see Sue get Simon. So we teach the people about steaming for the healing. And also we have a sound healing session inside of all of that. We are adding yoga to this leg of Buds and Brushes, which is coming up on June 26th is the next one. And yeah, we support different charities. So the kind of charities we give back to, I think I'm up to 9 charities now. Eat for Life is for women and children surviving with HIV in Jamaica. The Dear Child Foundation, Marie Atkins Shelter. Marie Atkins Shelter is one of the shelters that got hit really, really hard during COVID, because in Jamaica, we have there's no life going on here in this beautiful island that we have. We can't go to the beaches. We have curfews. On the weekends, the curfew is 6 o'clock and 2 o'clock. There's no nighttime entertainment. There's nothing. Jamaica is a entertainment culture. We are a ganja culture. We are a reggae culture. nothing is happening in Jamaica. What's happening in Jamaica is a lot of crime and a lot of people that are suffering. So I pride myself in the fact that every other month I'm able to give back to different charities. It's not a lot though, and this is why I've been doing a lot of networking with people that are also in the cannabis business, because cannabis gives back. Mary Jane has a big heart. And I think that other brands outside of our world need to also support us. You know what I mean? Because it's not like we're doing anything wrong. Girls First JA is one of my biggest charities that I give back to. Right now in Jamaica, the crime rate is ridiculous. It's so sad because people are broke. You know what I mean? The government helped people last year. They gave them $15,000. $15,000, guys, is equivalent to $100 US. So can you imagine wherever you are, you're unemployed and your government gave you $100 one time? That's it. You guys get unemployment. We don't have unemployment here in Jamaica. So a lot of these charities are hit really hard. Girl First JA is for women in at-risk situations. Right now in Jamaica, mental health is a big thing here. We also support Ebenezer Home for Men with mental illness. So what's happening is we're having a lot of crime against women in Jamaica. So there's a lot of bodies happening. And it hurts me to talk about it, because when there's people out there that when they think about Jamaica, they're also scared to come to Jamaica because people deem sometimes Jamaica as this dangerous country to visit. And it's really not like that. I lived in the States for 20 years. People thought it was crazy that I was coming home to Jamaica, and I'm looking at them, they're like, aren't you alive? Like, why are you acting like Jamaica's all crazy and shooting and killing people every day when that's not the case? But right now it's been really rough because people are suffering. So Buds and Brushes JA allows me to be able to help different charities. The event was put together for me to help charities. It has nothing to do with COVID. So even before COVID, when it started in 2019, that was the purpose of it, was to bring everybody together under one roof using music, art, you know what I mean, creativity, and also being able to give back. Y'all are in the cannabis business. You know that marketing is something that we can't do too much of because our posts get taken down, our IG pages get closed down. I recently ran into that, and thank God for the support of people in the cannabis industry that I've met since this year. Like, I can no longer sell tickets on Eventbrite. For 1 year, I've been selling tickets on Eventbrite for people to come to Buds and Brushes. And all of a sudden I get an email saying, well, your event is a cannabis event. And even if you're educating people on the proper usage of cannabis, it's by federal laws and all of this shit. Sorry, Bella, all of this crap, it's taken down. I'm not mad at them. It's their guidelines. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It's just like I can't do a social media ad because it's a cannabis thing. It is what it is. I try not to really let all of those things get to me because it is what it is and I have no control over it. So I just have to see what I can do. So luckily, Tiffany from Vanguard magazine told me about Event High, which Event High is a platform for people like us that have cannabis events. You know what I mean? So, I embrace it. I'm happy for it. I think it gives me also another market because people that are into cannabis, when they're looking for stuff to do, they go to Event High. They don't go to Eventbrite. You know what I mean? So for me, I'm just constantly looking for people to echo Buds and Brushes JA because it really is something special. I mean, if you haven't attended, I know, what's his name? Austin came to the last Buds and Brushes, and I don't know. It really warms my heart when, I come to these meetings and then I see these people on my event because it's like they're coming to support. They're coming because they believe in what I'm doing. They're not just coming to hang out. You know what I mean? Like, so he came and he was there for almost the whole event. The event is 14 hours long, by the way, guys. It starts from 2:00 in the day. It goes till 4:20 in the morning. I know you're probably like 14 hours online. That is ridiculous. It really isn't. I play music all day long, and that's what Buds and Brushes is. If you turn your radio on when you wake up in the morning, that's what you're doing on the 26th. You're turning your music on. You turning your music on helps you to give back. People always are trying to say, oh, I love to give back. And how do you give back though? You know what I mean? Purchasing one ticket helps someone. From what I'm told, my event is also one of the only events that has the highest ratio in donation, because from every ticket sale, I give $15 back, and the tickets are as low as $25. So definitely not making any money out of this, not looking to make any money out of this. Sometimes people are like, Mel, you don't think you should take a break and see if you can get proper marketing? No, because guess what? Even if it's $500 that the event makes to give back, that's $500 that can help someone. That's $500 that can buy 2 cell phones that I can give to Girls First JA, and that lady that's in that room with that man that's about to kill her can pick up that phone and call for help. Or that child that needs something to eat, or that man that has mental issues, needs a therapy session. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. I'm still going to always keep going. And let me not keep talking. But in the bigger picture for Buds and Brushes JA is that we were a live event before. We will be a live event again. I am ready to come to wherever you guys are. I am ready to collab with anybody. We have I think this Buds and Brushes will now bring us to 90. I think I'm going to stop at 100 and just recycle everybody. But right now we have 90 performers worldwide that are ready to come on this journey. So when we have Buds and Brushes Oakland, Buds and Brushes California, I'm going to need support, because I got to take these people with me, because a part of them coming on Buds and Brushes, I promise them wherever we go, we're taking them. So if we have a live Buds and Brushes somewhere, I'm going to bring my DJ. I want to bring a live artist. I want to bring a live performer. You know what I mean? And spread their music, because the music that we bring and the art that we bring, it's so uplifting. The people that have attended the event, they leave from the event feeling like they did go to a full-on festival. And they feel so good because of what we all stand for also. And the words, what is it? Word, sound, power, sound, word, the things that are discussed in this event and stuff like that. It makes people feel really good. It's a great event. I hope to see all your lovely faces on there. And yeah, I think that's all I can say. I can keep going though, because I have a lot to.
So Mel, do you have a link you can put in the chat?
Yeah, man, I'll share the Event High link. With Event High, that's the only difference with the Event High, and as I said, I'm grateful for their platform. All of you are in the US, I believe, so I know that it's only open for ticket sales in the US. So of course, I'll see what's going to happen with my international market, if it'll sway them away from wanting to purchase tickets, because now they have to not go online but have to contact me. And if I were them, you know what I mean? Like, there's so much hackers going on now during COVID that I wouldn't feel comfortable calling someone and saying, here's my banking information, or, you know what I mean? So, but we'll see. But Event High is where you can get the tickets, and I'll definitely share the link in the chat, and hope to see you guys. Ask Austin about it. Austin had a lot of fun. Like, he was there for the whole time. I love him so much. Like, he was there when it started. I know he didn't stay till 4:00 in the morning, but he was there until late. Like, it was a vibe. It's a vibe.
No, we'll definitely share it. It's in the it's also for those who are on Mighty Networks. It's there as well. Mel shared it over the weekend, so check it out. Mel, I'm looking forward to supporting you this time around for sure. I'll be in California at the Mary Jane retreat that weekend, but my goal is to share it with those 50 plus 60 women that are going to be there as well. So, so I love what you're doing. Thank you for giving us the perspective and sharing what's happening in my home country, Jamaica. So this is, personal to me to want to support in any way I can. So I see the link here as well. And is this the at Buds and Brushes? Is that the IG page?
That's my IG page for both Mel's Tree Eats and Buds and Brushes JA. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I mean, I always tell people it's not just a cannabis event. If you like music, this is the event for you. If you like art, this is the event for you. If you like giving back, this is the event for you. So, and people attend with their kids, and as I said, like, and you can attend from anywhere. You don't even have to be home. Like, I've had people log in the car driving. The music is entertaining them. I've had people at the beach, get your friends together, get some paint together, So I always tell people when they talk about the event, don't just think they only have to tell their cannabis friends, because it's not just a cannabis event. Yes, cannabis is what is bringing us together and allowing us to give back, but it's not just a cannabis event, so yeah, so that's me, that's Mel. Hi guys, and that's the chalice.
Awesome. No. Thank you so much. I think that's good stuff. So we keep this at about an hour. We're at 10 o'clock. Thank you everyone for sharing. Please drop your information in the chat. Let me just look real quick. I think we had
as I said, like, you can attend from anywhere. You don't even.
Okay. So Jackie, hey Jackie on Facebook, thank you for tuning in. I like to make sure we give our Facebook folks a shout out as well. Any other closing thoughts before we close out, other than join us Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern time for Hemp Happy Hour. We'll be, networking, doing our conversation. Mary Lou will be bringing us our drink of the month. What else we got, Mary? We have two really good other events this month. Hold on. I'm trying to pull it up.
University.
Cannabiz University. Deborah's our speaker, right?
I have a quick question. So, okay, Hemp Happy Hour. So I don't miss it, because the last time that's what happened too. I tuned in like right when you guys were all almost done, and I'm like, oh man. Okay, so what time is it? I'm setting my reminder. No. What time is it where you guys are? Because it's 9 o'clock here. So you guys are an hour behind.
So we're an hour ahead in Florida.
Okay. You're in Florida.
So that means that it's 6 o'clock our time. So it's going to be 5 o'clock your time, Mel.
Okay, I'm setting it now. All right.
Okay. And then we have, who's our speaker for Cannabiz University, Mary? I think it's Deborah, right?
Deborah Johnson.
Okay, so Deborah Johnson is our speaker. She's also one of our advisory board members, but she is going to be talking about getting fundraising in the cannabis industry. So you definitely do not want to miss that conversation. She has an extreme amount of experience when it comes to fundraising and understanding venture capital, angel investors, et cetera, et cetera. So you definitely want to tune in, and that is Wednesday, June
16th.
16th, okay.
Next week.
Next week. Oh my
God. Yep, everything's just like.
I know. Okay, so that's next week, Wednesday. So come and learn about funding and fundraising next Wednesday. For your business in the cannabis industry. And then the following Wednesday, and that's next Wednesday at 12 noon Eastern time. So that's 11 for you, Mel. And then the following Wednesday at 6 p.m., correct? Okay, following Wednesday is our Book of the Month Club. So please note that we changed Book of the Month from Friday, because we understand folks are getting out and living their best lives now. From Friday to Wednesday evening. So we have this month, who's our featured author this month, Mary?
El Simone Brand Lemon, and from her book, Weed Moms.
Weed Moms, okay. So you definitely want to tune in for a great discussion, great intimate discussion with our featured author and our Book of the Month on Wednesday, June 23rd. I think it is. Don't get me mixed up on all the days. Go to cannabiziac.com/events to register for all of our events. Make sure you check out community.cannabiziac.com to join Mighty Networks, our free online community where you can get more information and learn about these different topics that we talked about today. Our articles are posted in there, as well as upcoming events. For those who are part of our online community, feel free to share tips, your blog posts, upcoming events, your accomplishments, what you got going on, as well as other articles as well. And don't forget to register for our incubator program, which we have extended. We will now have a fall start date. We still have our BOGO, so buy one, get one for a friend will go until June 30th. That means that you and a friend can participate in our incubator program for the price of 1. So you don't want to miss that opportunity. Please go ahead and register so you can be enrolled. Any other announcement from our members who are here with us?
I'm not a member, but I would just say, this has been an amazing group. I really enjoyed everyone kind of speaking today. So I'm definitely gonna be on the happy hour too. Just want to thank everyone.
Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, Darda. I hope I said it right, from Indonesia, for joining us. Mel, always great seeing you. Josh, thank you. Beth.
Hey, and just a quick shout out on that incubator program. If you're not wanting to participate yourself, or maybe you want to grow your company, you might want to do what Hoi Polloi did and sponsor a few young folks to get involved in the industry and help them out a little. So that incubator program is amazing. If you're not going to take it yourself, think about sponsoring some folks.
Absolutely. And for members, it's $7.99. Non-members, $9.99. So less than $1,000. If you haven't spent your stimulus check yet and you're in the US, you still got some money left over.
That's right.
You are silly. or your PPP, right?
Oh, yeah, PPP.
It's at the end of the year when they ask, "Can I see your expense sheet, please?"
Exactly. But you know what? With all jokes aside, sponsoring someone like Mel, sponsoring someone like Darda, amazing way to give back. So please, thank you, Beth. Consider that. And thank you all for tuning in. Let's go have a great week. We'll see you on Wednesday. Have a great week, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. See you. Have a great day.
Bye. Have a great
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.